My name is Marcia Glover, and my pronouns are she, her, and I am the treasurer for Living with Conviction Board of Directors. There are many reasons why I chose to join the board. But one of the most important reasons is becoming familiar with what Living with Conviction was doing before the board was formed. So I did a court watch program with Debbie Espinoza and learned firsthand what it means to not be asked about your, whether you can pay your legal financial obligations, or by a judge to be asked, can you pay legal LFOs. And so that really got me interested, and I also was appalled to hear that this kind of practice was happening throughout the country, that people everywhere, no consideration was made for whether or not they could afford to have LFOs brought against them. And while people who could pay them paid them without any problem, but having debt while you're going into prison doesn't make any sense. It's a terrible practice, and it should become illegal. The people who work for Living with Conviction, Debbie Espinoza keeps me very informed, and hearing what they are doing as a team is very inspiring and hopeful. It's shown me, the work you do has shown me that it's a team of hardworking, collaborative individuals who have experience and determination to carry out the work that needs to be done to give relief to people who are in prison and come out of prison with LFOs that they probably won't be able to pay off in their lifetimes. I've heard Debbie talk about it and use the phrase, but when I thought about it earlier today and did a little just research, I have to agree with people who say it would be visualizing peace is visualizing a world without prisons. For me, visualizing justice and peace would be a world without prisons.
Beautiful.
I'm not the first person, I did find this, people who feel the same way, and one of the people who feels this way is Angela Davis. So yeah, no prisons, that's visualizing justice. If I didn't mention, or if I have mentioned this already, it gives hope to people. I think it gives a lot of hope to people. And of course it increases awareness about this practice, which is, in my mind, illegal. I know it's not necessarily considered illegal. And it criminalizes poverty. Reading on the website, what I took away was, why do we have to criminalize it? Why do we have to make it impossible for people who are in a pretty awful situation, possibly going to prison, in prison, or formerly incarcerated? Why make their lives any harder, more difficult than they already are? Walking the streets being afraid that you're going to be put in jail again, and it gets worse. And all the other things that they have to be accommodating to. They have to follow, all these different new rules and guidelines once they get out of prison. And if they don't meet their probation guidelines, or it makes life almost seem impossible to think or believe that you can change your life. And that's one of the reasons that I keep coming back to Living with Conviction, and I'm happy to be on the board, is having met someone who told me that living with conviction saved their life. So that's huge. That's just really huge. And it's a small organization, and it's just beginning. And yet they've saved some lives already.